Hi everyone, welcome to Gemini season and the week ahead in astrology. I'm Lana and this is your intuitive forecast for this week. As always, I got my notes and let's just get into it, all right? Hope everyone enjoyed their Taurus season, but as you know, we are now in Gemini season. So things are switching up. And the first thing that I instantly got for this was recuperation and rest. During Taurus season, there could have been a lot of hard work happening, just a lot of, hustle, bustle, the daily grind, or just at least over the last year or so. And now it's like you've earned a hard earned relaxation, right? You deserve rest. Take it easy. It's not always so morose. It's not always so life and death. That is the duality of Gemini, right? On one side, we can have the more serious and sturdy, studious hard worker. And then on this side, it's like, but is it really that serious? And so you got to give and take. Um, right, because it could be that there's some mental imbalances because we're overworking ourselves. And low key, I'm getting that acupuncture might be great for some people because Gemini also rules mental imbalances, right? I always look at it as the two hemispheres of the brain. And along with all of the mental gifts that come with Gemini, mental health is just as much of an issue with this archetype zodiac sign. And so we have to make sure that we are doing our best to take care of whatever imbalances, whatever, whatever's coming up. Just be gentle and nurture that. Um, and yeah, speak up about it. Nurturing and helping out is also tied to being able to speak your truth, or asking for help if you need to. Share yourself amongst like mindsets, right? Gemini is community, it's communication, and wants to be around. So when you have that space to be vulnerable with people who are going to accept and they remind you of the best parts of yourself and the things that bring you joy, that is what is going to help you heal. That is a start. So take the gamble. If you have been thinking about, going out to groups or, singing, I feel like singing might be what someone wants to do that would tie in with the voice as well. It would help with your throat chakra. It would stimulate more freedom and more joy. But vocalizing is going to be very important for this season and for this week. I also feel as though so this video is not sponsored yet. I'm not there. Skillshare and taking up new hobbies, finding new interests. It's the right time for that. Like it's if any time was to be that summertime jovial spirit, it's definitely this season. So go for some classes, take up some new hobbies, shit, learn how to swim. I don't know, but do something that's going to help you recuperate, and give you some time. I'm also getting like moving your muscles. So maybe you need to do some dancing, yoga especially would be really good to help retrain and balance out, the overactive parts of your brain, and learn how to start listening more to your instincts, because it also starts in the body as well. And the more that you're able to be in your divine feminine and be inside of the sensuality of the body, the more that you're able to find the internal balance that's needed to trust that instinct. So also it'll help you release your fears. What else do we have? Yep, take time out for you, solo time. You might need to have some solo play, go on an adventure, rest, whatever. But although there is just as much of a need to be with a group, you also need to carve out space and time for just you, yourself. How are you going to take care of you? Keep that in mind for this week. I was talking about this all last week, but it is still coming up, so this must also be a message for me. Something about our hard-earned money. Careful with the emotional spending still, y'all. I feel like this is Jupiter. Okay, so there's a need to trust your timing. Swimming with the flow instead of against the current. That's part of why they want us to do rest, recuperation, and live in the moment and play, is because if we're so busy on the hard-headed and stubborn control of everything, because Mars and Pluto are both um, very dominant energies, you can defeat yourself. You can get stuck in these self-defeatist roles by being way too hard on yourself. It's like sometimes you make dramas up with yourself by overcompensating. Your motives are not entirely clean. And when I say clean, it's like maybe you're doing it for somebody else. Maybe you know, want to show everyone that, oh, you know, I can do this. And there's a level of, I'll show them. And you need more time for whoever this is or whatever this is, the collective. We need more time. And it's okay to reward yourself. It's okay to not have everything complete or finished before you give yourself the chance to enjoy. There are more opportunities that are around that are going to be given that might not even be connected to the thing you're focusing so hard on. It's just that you need to trust yourself. Most importantly, I'm getting like Queen of Swords energy, detachment, and keep a level head. And when I hear tell yourself the truth, it goes back to that whole needing help thing. So I'm getting team structures and cooperation and building bridges. So some of us might be in some type of team situation and we're needing to pick up our slack. We're needing to take up the role that's been given instead of having these subdominant attitudes that's like, well, I want to do it better than you, or, you know, it's time to put boundaries up to that feeling of I have to do it better than you do. Yeah, because you could be at a conjunction with this person or with this team that's like, you don't know if you want to stay or go, but this is actually the last opportunity you will ever have in this situation in this way. Um, be careful with jealousy. Be careful of sabotaging yourself out of codependent roles, sabotaging yourself with like lack of trust. Like, be willing to receive advice and not be volatile in taking it. Because this person really is trying to be there for you. This person, this team, whatever it is, you need to cooperate. You need to communicate. And let go of the pride that says, well, this person should know what I think. They should know how I feel. That it's like, you're here to teach each other. And you're also here to manifest your desires and co-create amongst each other and with one another. So it's like, just slow down, receive guidance. Be practical, whatever this is. But I'm getting in relationships, we might have some self-abusive tactics that push our needs down before we even give ourselves. So we're over giving. And then we get mad when we don't get acknowledged for the over giving, or when someone doesn't reciprocate in the same way that we do. And then you become judgmental, and then you become uncomfortable. And that's part of one of the cyclical dramas. And it's actually a really bad habit as well. Also, it causes, sabotaging yourself back. Like, this, something could actually be really good for you, but you're the one who's sabotaging yourself. And then you get stuck in shame and guilt and regret when, you know, this person leaves or whatever, but you've got to let it go. And the way to balance this out is, you know, playfulness. A couple of herbs that I would like to share that are going to be great for this week. If you want to make a tea with them, St. John's wort for the mental and heart healing as well. I'm getting like grieving. So the way that we've been feeling, thinking it's caused a lot of grief and loss. Linden as well. For whatever reason, we're not facing a truth. And it's like indirect sabotage, but we don't see where it's coming from. So give it some time and listen to your intuition, because like I feel like you might be getting some gut punches, but you're not taking notice of that. Don't punish yourself either for not understanding. That is the gentleness of St. John's wort, because the more you punish yourself, the more you're just going to end up back in the same cycle. It's not going to change anything. Linden, for the playfulness. Also, oh, and trusting divine timing, because sometimes the timing may not be what we think is ours. We might be very grandiose in how we think it needs to be, but it's going back with what I heard from last week, you know, smaller steps. And also forgiveness as well. Yesterday is over, so you can stop blaming yourself. You can stop it. Just stop. Yesterday's done. I'm going to get off of this video for today. I want to thank you all for sitting with me. And yeah, go enjoy your week. Go rest. See you soon.